Hey guys, it's your girl Lashes Tony X. Oh, how are you guys doing today? I actually have a fun video for you guys. I was very inspired by Kelly Gooch's video, so I will have her video linked in my description box. Please go check her out. She came up with this: if you had to repurchase 10 products. She did Drugstore. I'm doing Drugstore today, but heads up, I will be doing in the near future a high-end 10 high-end products that I would repurchase. Okay, so basically, if you lost everything in your collection, what are the first 10 products you would repurchase like right away? And she started with Drugstore. I'm going to start with Drugstore today. And like I said, in the future, look for high-end, because I honestly use more high-end products than I do Drugstore. So the Drugstore was a little tough for me, I'll be honest. It was a little challenging, but I think I came up with some really good products that I honestly love. So yeah, let's get started and you'll see what I decided to repurchase if I had to. So number one was a no-brainer. It is, I have to have a primer. Have to have a pore primer. You guys know that, like, that is my number one complaint about my skin, is my pores. So thanks to a wonderful subscriber, Angela, she recommended this primer right here. This is from L'Oreal, and it's the Magic Perfecting Base primer, and this stuff right here is amazing. I really recommend it and I love it, and I know a lot of my subscribers are starting to pick it up themselves and trying it because they're loving it as well. So a big thank you to Angela for letting us all know in this little secret, because none of us knew about this primer. So if you are like me and some other subscribers, we have pore issues, and if you have pore issues and you're looking for a drugstore primer, something that's just going to smooth away those pores, I highly recommend this one. It's Drugstore. You can't beat it. It's up there. I mean, I have played with a lot of high-end primers, and to me this is a total dupe for the Urban Decay Optical Illusion. The same texture, the same color. So if you like that Urban Decay Optical Illusion, try this one. I think you'll like it. So this is my number one. I had to pick a primer. I'm not one of those people that can be like, I can totally skip a primer. No, I cannot skip a primer. My skin has to be primed or it will not look smooth and beautiful. So I had to pick this one. So this is my number one. Definitely had to pick that one. Okay, so for number two, so I thought about concealers, and I'm with everybody else. I feel like for a concealer, there's so many really good concealers out there, just depending on what you want. Now, if you want like a full coverage concealer, I would highly recommend the CoverGirl, the new CoverGirl concealer. I forgot what it's called. You guys know what I'm talking about. It has the white and black stripes on the tip of it, on the handle, I guess you'd call it. But I didn't want anything that's going to be super drying or caking like up under the eye. If I had to pick a concealer, I wanted something more moisturizing, and for Drugstore, the most moisturizing concealer that I've found that I like, that gives me coverage, and it's not too drying or anything like that, is the Milani Conceal Plus Perfect. So this is the one I decided to pick for my concealer. Like I said, this is all Drugstore. So 10 Drugstore products I would repurchase if I lost all my makeup. So I would definitely pick up this one. Milani is such a good makeup brand and so affordable. And yeah, I just really love the consistency I even love the wand. I like the wand because it's not one of those really fat doe foot applicators. Those giant ones, you know, like the CoverGirl. And this one, it gives you full coverage, or I would say it gives you medium coverage. And it is more on the creamy side, I feel like. I've heard it being compared to the Born This Way concealer. So if you're a fan of the Born, I feel like I have a hair. Sorry if I keep touching my face. I feel like there's a hair somewhere in my eye makeup, and I don't, it's really bothering me. So I don't know where it is, but I think it's stuck. Did I get it? No. I think I got it maybe. I don't know. Sorry. It's very distracting. But I've heard this being compared to the Born This Way concealer. So if you really do enjoy that one, I think you'll like this one as well. But this one is so much cheaper, you guys. So that's 2. Okay, number 3. Drugstore foundation. That is a tough one for me, if I'm honest with you guys. I am a high-end foundation girl. I will always be a high-end foundation girl. I feel like powder and foundations, I'm just kind of a snob when it comes to those types of products. But I went through my foundations, and I felt like I picked one that I would wear and that I think I would repurchase, because I have repurchased this in the past like 2 or 3 times. So obviously if I repurchased it, I would do it if I didn't have any makeup. And this is by CoverGirl. This one is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. And this, to me, if I'm being honest with you guys, this to me is a dupe for the Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation. So it's going to give you like that comfort matte. If you like that comfort matte, which I do, because you kind of get the best of both worlds. You're like not super dewy, but you're not super matte. So I feel like this is a good foundation. I really, really do enjoy the coverage of this. I think it's a really good medium coverage. You can build it up to full, but I feel like this is more of a medium coverage foundation. And yeah, I just highly recommend it. One of my favorites from the drugstore. And so yeah, this is the one I picked. But like I said, it was really hard for me to pick a drugstore foundation because I am such a foundation snob. I'll be honest with you guys. But this one is really, really good. If I recommend a drugstore foundation to you guys, I have to like it because, like I said, I am a snob when it comes to foundations. But honestly, if you really, really do love the Too Faced Peach Perfect, this is going to give you that same comfort matte look without that peach smell that a lot of people don't like. So that's just a little heads up for you guys. Okay, so powder. Like I said, I am kind of a powder snob as well, but I only have like a few drugstore powders in my collection. So I had to kind of narrow it down, like which one do I kind of grab for the most. And honestly, I use this one the most when I pull a drugstore powder. And this one is the CoverGirl Clean Professional Powder. I like it because it is a loose powder. And it does have one of those little puffs. I don't use this puff at all. Probably should throw it away, but I just keep it in there. Because it's kind of like a little stopper. But yeah, let's see if I can get a little close up. There you go. You can see. So there's some holes in there, and basically all I do is just tap it in there like you do a normal powder. And I like this one because it is that loose powder, and it kind of reminds me of like the Too Faced Born This Way powder as well. So that's why I picked this one. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of drugstore powders, so I didn't have a lot to choose from, but this one is the one I chose. And I'm in the color, just for reference, I'm in the color Translucent, if you're curious. And I do prefer, I think I told you this, but I do prefer loose powders to pressed powders most of the time. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to contour or bronzer. I didn't pick a contour and a bronzer because you only can pick 10 products. So I picked Milani again. This one's kind of tough for me because I was going back and forth between my two favorite drugstore bronzers, which is the Physicians Formula. I love that bronzer, but this kind of been taking its place lately, you guys. I use this powder a lot. It's really beautiful. I'm in the color 03. It is like a silky matte, just like the Physicians Formula. It's not matte, it's not shimmery, but it's that silky matte. You know, that like gives you that little sheen, but not too shimmery. And this is in the color 03 Suntan. And I feel like this color is also, you could contour with this powder as well as bronze up your face with. So I really, really do like this powder a lot. And that's what it looks like on the skin, if you can see that. So I feel like it's it would be a good color to contour and also bronze the skin as well. And this does have a little bit of that kind of cocoa scent like the Butter Bronzer, and it's cheaper, you guys. It's so much cheaper than the Butter Bronzer. The Butter Bronzer is like, oh my gosh, it's like what, at my Ulta, I swear it's like $15 or $16 if you don't get it on sale. It's pretty expensive. And this is pretty, I don't even know how much this is, but it's nowhere near that price. So highly recommend this Milani bronzer. If you haven't tried it, it is a really, really nice one. So definitely recommend this for contour, bronzer, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Okay, so excuse me, let me get a drink. Well then, my throat was dry. Alright, so for blushes, if you know me, I cannot go without a blush. I was like, if I have to nix a few products, because you're only supposed to pick 10, honestly. So I was like, okay, I can't nix my blush. I can't nix a blush. Again, for blush, I picked Milani. I would honestly probably just go all Milani because most of these products are Milani. But this is like my favorite Milani blush because I love a good, I'm actually wearing this today, you guys, if you didn't know. It probably doesn't look like you would think it looks. I know it's very intimidating when you see a Milani blush this intense, but when you open it, it's not going to be that intense. I do have it, like I said, on my cheeks. And as you can see, it's not that crazy. It's not that crazy, you guys. It's not. I'll swatch it for you guys. It's just a very beautiful, soft coral. It's like a pinky coral color. And I prefer, I've told you guys this before, but I prefer a very bright blush more than a neutral blush because I feel like it gives me that youthful glow that I prefer. I'm not the type of girl that likes the nude blushes. I like a good pop on my cheeks. I just like that, like someone just pinched your cheeks type of look. So I love all the Milani blushes, but this one honestly is my favorite color out of all of the ones that I have 3. But this one's my favorite color. And if you want to know what color it is Coral Cove. And I just picked mine up at Target, so you can get it anywhere basically. Alright, so how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products. Let's I can't speak today. Let's talk about highlights. Okay, so I was gonna skip this category because I was like, okay, there was a day when nobody wore highlights, and now I feel like everybody and their mother wears highlights. I am wearing highlight today, and I always feel like on camera when I rewatch these videos, because obviously I have to edit my videos. So when I edit my videos, I'm like, wow, that highlight is popping. I'm glad I wore that highlight. So I feel like, I don't know, I just really love a good highlight. And for Drugstore, I was really going back and forth between LC Cosmetics, but I feel like LC Cosmetics, you get it Ulta, and it's not really cheap. It's not really cheap. So it's like, I feel like that's kind of cheating. So I was like, okay. What other highlight do you tell everybody to buy that you totally recommend? And that one is by Flower Beauty. This one right here is my all-time favorite Drugstore highlight. And you guys, this one is, again, by Flower Beauty. It's the Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. Now, I know they have two different shades now. This one is SP1, and I don't know what the new one is, but there is a darker one, I believe. But here are the colors, and they are amazing. I'll show you. I'm just going to one little swatch across with my different fingers. And I'm just going to, did you see that? I wasn't even looking when I swatched that. You guys, that right there is intense. That is like no joke highlights. Alright, so I'm going to swatch them on the back. Let's see, where do I want to swatch them? Alright, let's just go 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm super pale right now, so they're not showing up really well on my white arm right there, but if I put it on my face, you would totally be able to see it. But they are beautiful. Let me see if I can swatch it right here where it's dark, and you can kind of get a better idea of the color. Maybe up here. Okay. And that's just one, yeah, you can see better. And that is just one, like, swatch. So they're very buttery, very creamy. Highly recommend these. They're just gorgeous, you guys. They are so beautiful. They're very blendable. Again, Flower Beauty. I picked mine up at Walmart, so that's what they look like. And like I said, they do have a darker, it did come in the brush as well, but I threw my brush away because it wasn't a brush I would use to highlight with. It was like flat, it was weird. But highly recommend this one for highlight, for Drugstore. Alright, so how many more do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Alright, so we're up to 8. 8. Alright, so 8. I'm going to recommend an eyeshadow palette. If all my makeup was gone and I had to buy a drugstore eyeshadow palette, you guys probably know what I'm going to pick. I highly recommend the Profusion eyeshadows. They are freaking amazing. I don't care which palette you pick up. This one is the Wanderlust, but I have swatched some other ones before. They're super pigmented, you guys, and it does come with a brush that I do use. It's in my brush thing, but it is a really nice brush. But the colors are insanely pigmented, and if you lost all your makeup, this would be a great starter palette, because you're gonna have so many colors to choose from. You're gonna have mattes, you're gonna have shimmers. I mean, this palette is insanely pigmented. Let's do a couple of shimmer swatches and a couple of matte swatches. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick up a couple of mattes. Let's see, let's do a, ooh, okay. Alright, so those are mattes. Just picked up 3 mattes, so I'm just gonna swatch it on the back of my hand. There you go. Alright, so now I'm gonna swatch 3 shimmers. Let's see which one. The greens in here are just gorgeous. This one right here is a green with a shift. You can see that. That is gorgeous. That one is gorgeous. I love that one so much. So I definitely pick Profusion as my eyeshadow palette. Okay. Alright, next we have 2 more, and that will be our 10. And I may have thrown in a number 11 just because I can't live without them. And I'm sure you guys know what number 11 is, but we'll get to that in a minute. Alright, so number 9 is definitely my Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink liquid lipsticks. Now, it could be any, I have so many colors of these, guys. It could be any of the colors, but this one right here I wear the most, and this one is in Groundbreaker. This one right here would be really beautiful for the holidays. It's just that perfect red. I feel like it looks good on everybody. I don't know, every hair color, eye color. It's just such, so we're gonna put it, okay, let's try to put it here. You guys see that? It's just like the perfect red, and it does not come off when you drink. It does not come off when you eat. You could wear this for Thanksgiving. Wear a red lip for Christmas parties, for Thanksgiving, for New Year's, and it's just not going to come off your lip. It's going to stay the whole entire night. You don't have to worry about it. I recommend this brand of liquid lipstick the most. They just stick to your lips and you just don't have to think about it. These are freaking amazing. I probably own about 10 different colors of these, honestly. But the one I wear the most is Groundbreaker. So I would definitely recommend this color to anyone. It is my favorite shade. If you like a more neutral shade, I would recommend the, which one is it called? It is called Seductress. That one's very nude. It's pretty. But yeah, I would rather have a red than a nude. So I'm going to pick Groundbreaker for mine. Okay, number 10. You guys know my favorite mascara is a Drugstore mascara. So this was a no-brainer for me. I love Essence Lash Princess. This right here is my favorite over any high-end mascara. This does the job for me. It makes my lashes look long. I am wearing obviously false lashes, but even on the bottom lash, it just does its job. It just makes my lashes look super long, and I love this. It's my favorite. I will always repurchase this. Oh my gosh, I can't recommend this enough, you guys. This is my absolute favorite mascara over high-end. And sorry if you hear snoring. That is my dog, so sorry about that. Okay, last but not least, I'm throwing in a number 11 because my channel would not be called Lashes Tony XO if I didn't love my lashes, or if I didn't have to have my lashes. So I know you're only supposed to pick 10, but I had to bend the rules because I have to have lashes. So for drugstore lashes, I picked these Ardell number 811s because they're my absolute favorite drugstore ones. So I only have one pair of these left, but let me take the plastic off so you can see it better. They're really beautiful. They kind of look like the ones I'm wearing today, but the ones I'm wearing today are actually from Pure in the style Bombshell. They're my absolute favorite high-end, but for drugstore I would recommend the Ardell 811s. Now if you are a beginner, I wouldn't recommend these. If you're a beginner, I would recommend the Kiss brand because you cannot see the lash band on most of the Kiss lashes. But I did a whole video talking about lashes. I don't know if you're going to have that video first or this one. You'll probably have that video first. But I do a whole video talking about tips and tricks about how to apply lashes for beginners. So that video will be coming shortly for you guys. But that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I got this idea from Kelly Gooch. Her channel will be linked down below. You can go check her out, watch her video, and see what she picked. But yeah, if you have any thoughts on the products I picked out, what is one thing at least, if you lost your whole entire makeup collection and you had to pick Drugstore and you lost your whole makeup collection, what is one or two things that you would have to pick up? I'm curious to know what you guys have to say. So please leave in the comments. I love to read and see what all you guys say. Do you agree with my picks? Do you disagree with my picks? And then let me know in the comments, are you excited? Do you want to see a kind of like a part 2 of my top 10 high-end products that I would totally repurchase if I lost all my makeup? Okay guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you're new here, please become a part of our Lashes Tony XO family and hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. You hit the notification bell just to make sure that you get notified for my videos. Sometimes people don't get notified and they're like, well, I missed your video. Well, hit the notification bell and you will get notified. So yeah, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Hit the like. Look, it lets me know that you enjoy my content, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.